Okay. So, I keep messing this up. The first time I was genuinely excited on recording this. Um, I lost 10 minutes of footage because, it didn't want to record. So that was fantastic. Um, so we're just gonna get into this episode. I don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to think about it. We're starting fresh. We're starting new. Um, if anything ever happens like that again, though, I will be getting a new microphone because that should not have happened the first time. So, hey, paperweights, it's 5:49 p.m. on Thursday, May 8th. Um, so I literally like yesterday finished Young Sheldon and it was good. Yeah, I cannot deny it. It was pretty good. It showed. Ooh, I'm sorry. I'm just really upset right now. It reasonably showed grief. It was a nice little finish, but I don't feel like the show was finished. I really don't. But that's for time to see. So we're just gonna go over a little review. Because I don't really like. I don't be seeing reviews, which I bet there are, but I don't be seeing them a lot. So today we finna look into it, you know? Um okay. So we're gonna do this one episode at a time. I'm making sure I'm recording. I don't want to make the same mistake twice. So season 7 takes place right after the hurricane from season 6. Just for a little insight for the people who don't know. So Mima finds out in the first episode that her house isn't exactly covered for tornado damage by her insurance company. So she tried tornado. I mean, she tried flood, hurricane, all the different types of stuff, but she still wasn't covered. Um, and Mary finds out about it, and she wants to come home. She wants to come home for support to to support everyone basically. And Sheldon isn't fully in on the idea of going home. Since he was having so much fun in Germany, that will most likely, well, I don't know why I'm saying most likely. Yeah, it will not last. His fun um will not last at all. But anyways, so that's just let me see if I can remember. That's just to sum up episode 1. Episode 2, um Sheldon has attended a new class and finds out everyone is smarter than him and everyone is almost as mean as him. And instead of taking that, as a, oh, neutrals, he's mad that people smarter than him. He's mad about the change, most likely, which this is a good show that he's not quite used to it, but he still likes the place, but he's just not used to it. So Sheldon meets this little girl. I forgot her name, honestly. I forgot. Um, who basically um tutors him and then hits him on the hand with a pencil whenever he gets it wrong. And Sheldon adapts the fact that, oh, yeah, pain is a way of teaching. And that shows up in a later episode. And that sums up episode 2. Episode 3. Sheldon wants to go on this train and talks to Mary, his mom, about how kids in Europe take the train by themselves all the time. And Mary isn't going to let him take the train by himself. So she obviously says no. So Sheldon lies to his mom and takes the train anyways. Um So while Sheldon was away, Georgie and not Georgie at all. George. I keep getting them mixed up. George and Mary, they have a quick chat. And it was quick only. Oh, thank God. Still recording. It was quick only because George hung up. It was long distance calls, as he said, are getting expensive. Were getting expensive. So he had, to hang up. And they started sending letters, which was actually quite sweet to see how that played out. It was actually like it was actually like a little fun thing, which kind of made his death hit a little harder. And it was kind of sad. It was very sad. So, um, meanwhile with Sheldon, the train goes to a stop for a little break, and he gets off. He gets off to go get some food cuz he's hungry. But while he's getting food, the train, you know, starts going. So he runs after the train, and does he catch up? No, no, he does not catch up. Oh, it's 5:55. Sorry, just felt like saying that. So he chases after the train but does not catch up. He left his stuff on the train too. So he talks to these security guard people, the police, and he's like, "Hey, yeah, I left my stuff on the train. I don't know how to get home." And they're like, "Oh, maybe you should call your mom." And he was like, "No, no, I lied to her. I went out." Basically, he didn't say it like that, obviously, but that's basically what he said. Um, so he has to get home one way or another. So he starts running. He starts running home. And he gets chased down by a dog. He loses his shoe, and he's pretty messed up when he gets home. And Mary just lets him believe he got away scot free, and I don't really think anything was done. Like, I think that was just like a plot that was made and then kind of was just forgotten about, like, just a little bit. Um, so yeah. Anywho, um, yeah, that's the end of episode 2. No, that's the end of episode 3. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Mary was able to get Sheldon to go home, because it was, the right thing to do, basically. And she, well, yeah, mainly she has, well, they both have a pretty rough time adjusting to the new lifestyle that's been going on in the house. Um, ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. I don't know, I just did that. I'm so sorry. Um, so Sheldon finds out that Georgie, Mandy, and the baby, Cece, have been staying in in his room, while he's been away, because they can't exactly stay in Mima's house because that's blown away. Um, so Sheldon has a difficult time dealing with that, and he does not want to sleep in the garage at all. So he goes back to his college dorm. Um, Mary, on the other hand, she has a hard time dealing with the fact it seems like people didn't need her around, because within the time she was gone, Missy steps up and starts making breakfast, doing the laundry, and stuff like that. Basically playing the same role as Mary while she was away, because their lives basically had no structure within that time frame. So that's basically, to sum up, episode 4. Now these are gonna start getting a little longer. Episode 5. Um Okay. Mary, not currently being in a church, goes out to find one, but she doesn't go out. There's this guy on TV who she likes the way he prays. And, he's promising that give a donation and you'll get back tenfold what you give. And, she gives him a check for $50. And, the next day, what appeared on her porch was a check from the IRS, a tax return. And she was happy. She thought it was real, but all around her, she was getting signs that, it wasn't exactly right to be there. Like how she was praying and then a bird pooped on her face. So immediately she went back to Pastor Jeff and was like, hey, yep, I'm joining the church again. Um, so meanwhile, with Sheldon, he goes back to his college dorm and realizes, hey, so someone's moved into his dorm. And his name is Evan, but um, that name is quite funny, personally. Not like funny, funny, but like funny because it's doing something, um, that I'm kind of working on. It involves that name is involving a project I'm currently working on, is what I'm trying to say. But anywho, we'll get into that into the end of this video. It's the. Oh, is that a bug? No, it ain't a bug. I was scared it was a bug. Anywho, though. So Sheldon finds this guy named Evan, and this guy named Evan is a computer science major. So with Evan and another friend of his and Sheldon, they come together and make a stock thing, where basically um oh ooh, they make a stock picking program, and the stock picking program seems to have a mind of its own, literally, and starts picking stocks that were making them a lot of money. But Sheldon changed the script on the computer, and well, that money making method went down the toilet and started making them lose money very quickly. So their solution. Their solution was to throw it out the window. Yes, best solution ever. Oh my god, that was the best idea. And the window wasn't open and the computer wasn't unplugged. So that was fun. That was very fun. Um, and that's to wrap up episode 5. And we're getting into the longer ones. Thank goodness. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, episode 2. I have to go back to episode 2. In episode 2, Hema convinces Georgie, wait, no, I said that. No, I said that. I think I said that. But just because I want to make sure I'll go over it. Mima convinces Georgie to put another wheel in and make it go from a somewhat okay to a legal gray area and get them in trouble. But anyways, okay. So getting back on track, episode 6. Um, Georgie and Mandy, it's their time to actually get married. Um, and Mary and Veronica. I don't know. I really forgot her name. Mandy's mom. That's her name. Mandy's mom. She just like completely wants them to be Baptist. But Mary and her family are Catholics. So that caused a big disagreement. And both of their parents kind of schemed to get them baptized or whatever that they wanted to do. So Um, Mary got her baptized in the sink. I wait, what? Oh my god, I don't know which one are which. I really don't know who is who. I don't know who's who at all. Um, Someone got Cece baptized behind Mandy's back, and someone got Cece whatever the word Catholicized. I really don't know the word for it. Um, Behind her back too. So yeah, yeah. Um, so both of the moms were kind of scheming, but they kind of both did something. And Mary, being the nice person she is, told Mandy, and Mandy went to her mom to rant to her mom, and her mom was like, "Oh, we saved Cece's soul and got her Catholicized instead." And people, I'm not people. You know, Mandy wasn't too happy about either of them. So, they attempt to get married behind their back. Oh yeah, at this point, Mima is living. Hold up, let me check. Um, like I really just want to be make sure that this is right. Excuse me, help me, Mima. Okay, so by this point, Mima is living with Dale, her boyfriend at the time. But anywho, um, so ooh. Okay, anyways. So they decide to get married behind their back. So Mandy told Mima because, it was kind of in the moment thing. So basically what happened was they were taking Cece to get babysitted by Mima and Dale, I think. And you know what? They were just like, "Oh, married." And they went to the not post office. They went to City Hall to go get married. And called um Mima called Mary, and Mary told George, and George told Mandy's parents. So the whole family was there. And it was actually sweet seeing Mandy's dad get to walk her down the quote unquote aisle, even though it wasn't really an aisle. It was still a nice scene to see. And that kind of leaves off that episode, and now they're officially married. Actually no, it doesn't. So they go out to dinner afterwards, and Mandy's parents offer to pay for a honeymoon. um so that finishes off episode 6. Episode 7, Georgie and Mandy, they go on a honeymoon while Mima babysits Cece, but it didn't go as planned. Um, Mima, for some reason, took the poor baby to the gambling room. Ah, not a good idea. But she took the baby to the gambling room, and we all know that's just not a good idea at all. So she pulls up to the gambling room, walks inside with Cece, and is looking over the security footage and sees the police about to come in. So she takes the baby and starts walking down the sidewalk. The police catch up with her, though, and start to flag her down. And then guess what? She gets in trouble for evading police officers because she kind of just ignored them until she was arrested. So, yeah. Um, let me see. Uh, But the authorities, even though they already knew about the gambling room, now they could technically do what they need to do. And it turns out the police officer that Mima paid was the one who ratted her out. I'm just realizing now that I'm like a couple months too late, but I already said this. It just recently released for the US. So Anyways, that kind of wraps up episode 8. I mean, episode 7. Actually, I don't know if it gets into this. Um, okay. So, I don't know. I don't know if this is the episode where Mandy and Georgie finds out that she got arrested. I think it is. But anyways, we're going on to episode 8. Sheldon basically starts learning about the law so she could try to help Mima out of, the situation that she's in. Um so, anywho, I'm really energetic and I'm trying to talk, but I don't want to talk too much, so I'm like forcing myself to slow down, and it's like really making me just want to get these words out. Um so Sheldon tries to help Mima by basically saying, act like you're crazy and get yourself thrown in a mental facility. And Mima is like, heck no, I ain't doing that. But then at the end of the day, she tries it. When she goes into her first appointment with, the person she goes in that gives her work and stuff, she goes in and tries to act like she needs to go to a mental facility, or at least she started off doing that. And, the person, they smelt right through it. like, um, they immediately knew that she immediately knew that Mima was acting and called her out on it real quick. So, yeah. I don't. Episode 9. We're moving on to episode 9. Um, with Sheldon had a tutor back in Germany, and he helped write a paper with his tutor back in Germany. Um, so she sends him a copy of the paper. He looks at the paper, and guess what? A paper that she published, including him, was really popular and made it in. So I think it was Texas Tech that he's in. Texas Tech. They went all out. They put it in their everything. I think put it in their advertising and stuff. Saying how the smartest people go to their school, and oh, I just heard a lawnmower outside. But anyways, and that started to get different schools' attention. So every school came to their house, and Mary and George went through every single school. But, it was up to, you know, a, it was up to Sheldon. There was a whole bunch of different grad schools trying to recruit him. Um, some of them even offering like really, really, really big scholarships and transportation and stuff like that. That would be very expensive. Um, so yeah, there was that. That was basically the gist of the whole episode. Anyways, yeah, yay. Okay, we're done. Episode 10. Um, so Georgie goes to talk to Mandy's parents about the whole baby situation, and you know, I don't know what point. Like, I really don't know what point they move in. Oh no, I think um during episode 8 they move out and live with their parents, with Mandy's parents. This is we're on episode 10 now. So, basically, Georgie talks to his father-in-law, and his father-in-law gives him some pretty bad advice of when you're with one person, say one, oh, it smells like grass, and anyways, um, so they were like, oh, his father-in-law was like, oh, when you're around your mother-in-law, say one thing, but when you're around your wife, say a different thing, just to make them happy, and that was some pretty bad advice. Which they get into an argument over later. Um, so yeah, pretty fun, right? I didn't. Nah. So, um, this is the episode now. Um, Meemaw tries to get out of doing community service, but her probation officer is not stupid. So, she kind of shuts down that whole crazy person thing as quick as it started. And it started pretty quick as soon as she walked through the door, actually. So, yeah. Um, Mima was trying her hardest. She really was. And meanwhile, with Georgie and Mandy, um, they were kind of getting in it with Mandy's parents, because Mandy's parents was, they were being Mandy's parents and a little weird. Anyways, okay, so episode 11. Episode 11. Let me just look over my notes. Before moving to California, Sheldon tries to help former mentors learn. Georgie. Okay. So I don't really understand it, but we're gonna get into this anyways. So basically, oh, we have to hurry. My stuff is dying. I get it. It's dying. So basically, it's flashing lights. I'm so sorry. I'm getting distracted. So we have to make this. Oh, there's only 4 more episodes. Anyways, so to sum up this episode, George is scared of getting another baby, so he ends up getting a vendectomy. I think that's what it's called. And yeah, I don't really remember the rest of the episode. Um oh, Sheldon has picked his school and he's preparing to leave. So oh yes, I do remember the other episode. In episode 11, Sheldon tries to help his mentors basically learn the same things he learned in Germany by his same painful methods, and they weren't really having it. Until in episode 12, they kind of had no choice but to end up going with. We're on episode 12 now. Till episode 12, they kind of have no choice but to learn from him, or else they could be fired by the principal. Um, and George's long opportunity. Ugh. George's long dream opportunity comes true when a university offers him a coaching job, a big coaching job. But that would require them to move to California. No, 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 no. It has. I'm so sorry. Basically, they got to move somewhere else, and yeah. So this is where it I noticed the season took a turn. Actually, it was the last episode, episode 12, that really started to get more darker and have like a heavy feeling. But it was episode 13 that really had the big hit. So George goes out to do, I honestly don't know, but he goes out to work. He offers Sheldon a ride, and he offers everyone a ride, but Sheldon doesn't even say anything. And sometime during the day, George's coworkers come to his house and is like, "Hey, George died," and oh, it was sad. Everyone was struck with different emotions. I said Mosi. Missy let out her frustration on basically everyone around her. Um, George tried Georgie tried to step up and really take that role, since there was kind of no dad there to do that role. Um, Mary really got into religion as a way to save everyone's soul. Which I mean, it's understandable to seek comfort in the things we love most, but it was getting to a point. Um, Mima, I don't want to say that it feels like she didn't care, but I really wasn't seeing any process for her. And Sheldon, he was really like cut off away from everyone because he didn't want to be reminded of the fact that his dad was dead. So he kind of stayed to himself. Um and wow, this show shows grief in a lot of different ways. A lot of ways that are relatable to a lot of people, not all, but a lot of people, because everyone grieves different. Um for some people it could take a while. It could I hope y'all can't hear the lawnmower. For some people it could take a while. It could take a couple years, it could take centuries, not centuries, decades, months. Some people just I don't know. I really don't know. But the way they showed it was so personalized to each character that it actually felt like, wow, these are people. Like these are real people. Not just in characters being played by real people, but like these are real people who are like deeply engrossed in their role. And that was just like, wow. But Sheldon kind of in his solitude thinks of many different like timelines where he actually spent time with his father and actually like noticed his existence and was with him and stuff like that. And that was something he deeply regretted. um Mary, in episode 14, Mary insists that her children get baptized. Um, and that's kind of the episode that leaves everything off. And yeah, uh, basically that episode is about them wanting to get baptized and then ended up not doing it. Missy didn't do it, but Sheldon did do it because he believed in his mom. Um, so yeah, this last season of Young Sheldon has been surprising. Very, very, very surprising. And I really don't know how to like process the oh, I dropped myself. I don't know how to process the fact that this show it like genuinely is over now and it's been really good. Like this show has been fantabulous and it's genuinely over now. Which it is it? I don't know. I don't know. 'Cause I feel like it was left on a cliffhanger just a little bit, but maybe I don't know. Um, I feel like there could have been a little more. Like um, what was Mary's punishment for Sheldon? Like I don't remember if that was actually brought up, but it was just I don't know. I really don't know, but it was good. That's all I can say. It was good because that's all it was. It was good. It was fantastic. It was phenomenal. And there's nothing to critique. There was nothing that I would want to change. There was nothing. because it was genuinely good. And it was something that I would actually watch again. So, yeah, I think this is the end of it. I've talked to y'all for 35 minutes. My stuff is about to go dead from being on for a month, by the way. It was on all month, all through April, and I didn't even know it was. But anywho, um, like, yeah, I've talked to you guys more than long enough, and y'all don't y'all don't get to hear much more. So this is it. See you guys next episode. Bye. I don't know what I'm saying like that. I'm not a kids channel. Bye, guys. See ya.